saying you might not like wanting to take the meds, but take it, because there's maybe the ones you've got is not the right match for you, and there are different meds out there for this condition. You have to keep, it's a trial and error process. I told you, you have to try different ones to see which one matches you best, so you can cope with your day-to-day activities without the thoughts affecting you. Research, okay, just research about it.
Do you know what abolition is?
No.
It's a complete lack of motivation due to like marijuana like I've already done it, I can't stop it anymore. I can't go back to the past and fucking change what I did. I was innocent when I smoked weed.
You
Now I'm
can't
not.
change, it's fine, but you gotta try to at least walk towards where you can maintain a healthy state.
Sharanya, can I say something?
Yeah.
You just listen to this whole conversation, right?
Yeah.
This is how Vini talks to me like 24/7. This is all she says. She's like, go to the doctor, take pills. They're different pills. I'm like, shut up. I get so angry. I'm like, dude, there's no answer, man.
But
What do you?
I mean, like, I think you should treat it as like, eventually I know that they're all messing with you, but you should probably try to at least address some of these things, like the marijuana addiction. I think if like there are places and there are ways to try to cut yourself off from that. Like to different degrees. I'm sure you're not the only person like who has gone to that degree, right? Like schizophrenia aside, all of that erotomania, whatever it's called aside, like if you can address one thing and start moving from there, I think that might be a little bit easier. Then you don't have to worry about needing a supercomputer to organize everything. You just go one at a time, like you go step one, let me address this issue that I'm dealing with.
Hmm. That's fucking crazy. Like, I can't even relate to that. But like, wow. I'm I'm struck. Let's talk about what did you want to talk about? Feminism?
The
Let's talk
jokes
about
aside.
feminism.
What are
I was
your
out
thoughts
of
on feminism, Kishi?
no, like the first thing like I want to say is like Sharanya, like that was like pretty good. Like I'm like, damn, like you have that type of mentality. Like if you have that mentality, like you can conquer the world, one day. Like I'm not even kidding, because if you take things like one step at a time and systematically, the end result is like a really strong, powerful person, So, but that was your advice to me, so maybe I should follow it. And I don't know. Yeah, feminism. Yeah, I think women. I think women are great. Like all the bullshit nonsense aside, but I think feminism, like, it comes from the heart. I think you have to be like, you know what? I'm a woman. I'm powerful. I'm equal as a man. And the day you say that to yourself, like in your heart, you just like fucking say that to yourself in your heart. I think that day, like, feminism just leaves you. But like
Wait.
the fight for feminism, I agree with. Like, because I think there's a lot of things in women's rights and just in general, with women in general, like we've written like if you look back in history, like women have never gotten a chance to talk or do things. And I do agree, like I've done this podcast with guys, like it's completely different, like they're so like fucking crazy. And then I can imagine like women are probably like, oh my god, men are so fucking crazy. But yeah, I think there should be like slow improvement in it. What do you guys think? But women are great.
Sorry. Vini, what do you think? I'll let you kick this off.
I don't agree with the last sentence you said. You think there should be a slow improvement to it. I think it's too slow already. I just think it's really shit. Like, everywhere in the world, women are still suppressed. Everywhere you go, you'll see like women are always, regardless of race or demographics, like women will always be behind men. And I just feel like you're dealing with centuries of such a practice and ideology that slow improvement would just make it like really slow still. I feel like I don't know what's the solution to it, but I do feel, yeah, I think our generation will probably be the one where we will be the ones suffering and not prevent such a practice to the next generation. Because we're the most woke ones at the moment, I guess.
Are we?
Are we not?
Uh hard to say. Hard to say. Because there's there's like there's proof of societies that used to be like matriarchal in nature. Um, so it's hard to say like that it's a linear thing where it was always patriarchal and then we're moving forward. It feels more like it feels very cyclical. So it feels like there was a point when it was matriarchal and then it's come to a point where it's patriarchal and now it's like possibly moving towards equality. But I agree with you, like it is moving very slowly. Um, like for the next, there is a forecast by like the Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation, right, about how like for the next 100, like we still won't see equality, true equality for the next 100 years, which means none of us will likely be alive.
We're probably gonna who's gonna die before that. Like
We're
all gonna drown in
Yeah,
rising.
and then you'll go to heaven and be happy, right?
Does heaven exist?
This is like my biggest like mind blogging question in my head. It's like, where do we really go after all of this? Like,
Yeah.
when, and why is there no proof? And that's why I just feel, I really really feel like we're just one of those people, like, in a simulation, and someone's just playing us. Like we're someone's character.
Actually, some physics data has refuted that ideology of the computer system ideology for me, because like you can shoot telescopes like so far into space and shit, and you can see how light travels, because light has uh, a set speed, right? So we have looked at light, like basically when you look in the sky, it's like from like quadrillion years ago, like years and years ago, and
No,
the light has just reached us now.
no, but then Kishi, if we can discover so many things, we can find the answers to so many things. We can discover another planet in the universe. Why can't we
We
find?
have
Yeah, but why can't we find out
40
such
years.
a basic question? Where do we go after we die? Which every humankind goes to. Every human goes through.
That's cruelty, Vini. You gotta have faith. It's faith. Faith is the word. Trust me.
It's not. It's not that easy. It's like whatever we're doing here is all going to be meaningless. Like, why do I even bother feeding myself? I should just wait for death, right?
Yeah,
Like, how do you get yourself motivated to like do good deeds or like get through today because tomorrow or the life after this will be worth it? What if it's not worth it and we're just wasting time?
then we're in
but
hell.
then but then you're like, in if you see it that way, you're seeing it as like you're looking for future gratification instead of immediate gratification.
But that's what
So it's
religion.
like that is what really, but then like if you choose to ignore that, right? And continue living as you are, then like you're eating because right now you need food and it'll make you feel better. Like regardless of what happens after you die, the reason you're eating now, or the reason you're going and having fun with your friends now, is not to see how it'll add up when you die. It's because right now, this is what is best for you.
But we as humans, we need motivation to do things. If there's no motivation, there's no point to do it, in our heads at least. Like, how do I motivate myself to finish this degree? For what? I have to look for how it benefits me tomorrow for me to go through it today, right? That's the
Yeah.
same with human life.
Why
How do
is that the same with life though? Like, why? I think it depends on your values. Like, firstly, it depends on your value system. So, like, what are you looking for to achieve? Like, what are you hoping will be on the other side? Because then you use that to motivate you. So, for example, if you say, oh, when I die, I want to go to heaven because that's what I believe in,
But what
then
if
you're
I feel
saying,
forever? What if I just want to be able to feel for the rest of my life, and I know after I die I can't feel? I don't have the ability to. Then how do you know you're alive, or you've ever been alive?
but you're feeling in that moment, right? Like, isn't that, if like that's your value system, or you want to keep feeling, like, then it's irrelevant that you're when you're dead, you don't feel anything because you're still feeling up until that moment.
Yes, but it scares me that after I die, I'm gonna lose this ability to feel, and that scares me a lot. Because I
Mm,
feel the ability to feel is actually what makes us human, or us,
mm,
or an or a being.
mm,
Imagine if you can't feel, you don't have anything to look forward to, you don't have anything to be happy or angry or sad about. You're just gonna be like a zombie, and that's it.
Then what do you believe in? Afterlife.
I don't have an answer. I want to know that.
Keep working on it. What? Keep
No,
working
I
on
know
it. I
what.
think you can find an answer.
What?
I think you can find an answer, Veeni. Like, literally keep thinking about it, and then because like for me, like for like a lot of things, like I've manifested and shit. Like I've been like, you know what? I'm just going to think in silence about this. You know. So like space and stuff like that, like shit like that, like you said, which are like things you can't figure out and shit. So I just did it in silence, and I got answers. I just had faith in God, and God gave me all these things. Really.
I if
Like literally in silence. Like you don't have to be like, oh, I love God, religion and shit. You literally, all you have to do is be quiet and really like fucking be angry. Be like, you know what? I want to have an answer for this. Fuck it. I'm gonna think about it until I die. And if I get an answer, then good. If I don't, then uh, who knows?
then you've spent your whole life looking for an answer anyway, and then you're dead.
Don't think like that though. You tried your best. At least like when you go, you'll be able to say, you know what, I did not give up. I wasn't a weakling.
I won't be able to think that also, because I'll have no memory of this life. That's how they describe the soul after death, that they will have no memory, no identity of any form of births they had. That's the scariest part.
Yeah, that is pretty scary. I've felt that actually. Have you felt that? Well, of course you felt that, but uh, hmm. Yeah,
And
that's one of the scariest things out there actually. Like a dimension we don't even understand, that is so complex that we're just like, what the fuck? Do I exist? Do I not exist?
dude, I read
Who knows?
something cool the other day. So one second. So in I don't remember, was it World War II or like any something in the past. um what happened was, there were these nuclear arms in, like, I think USA, Russia, and another country, and basically one random night their nuclear weapons were disabled, and the guard on duty was like, no one came, no one did this, and they all guess or have some kind of closed documents to prove that aliens actually came down to Earth to disarm these nuclear weapons so that another war or another um fight or whatever does not break out. And it's actually really cool because, like, what if really aliens are there?
Yeah, maybe. Maybe. Who knows?
I don't know. I actually want to spend more time reading about the other planets and like these kind of stuff because it's like pretty interesting. What if like they are the superior human beings in the galaxy?
Yeah, entirely possible.
But we'll never find our answers. So we're here
Yeah.
in the Chills podcast.
What a time to be alive.
Chills.
Yeah.
No, I'll are you guys into astrology at all? I don't think so, right?
Okay. I want to believe in astrology, but I feel like I have friends who have the same birth date as me and we live two different lives. And I'm like, same year, same month, same day. I'm like, okay, how can our lives be predicted by one paragraph? That
But
is
what time?
not the same time. But how big of a difference can time make? There must be just some variances.
No, like it's like an hourly rate for that time. Every hour it changes, I think, or every 2 hours it changes.
Beanie, you look
That's
hella possessed.
she is. She probably. I don't know what's up with her.
What? It's so cool though. I don't
You
know
don't.
what.
You know what I like? Like I basically been in this fight with the imaginary girl, right? And like in my head I have like crazy delusions of grandeur, so I'm always like, I'm so cool and stuff like that, and we're having this fight and I'm just like staying calm, but it feels like I'm exploding every second. It's so weird.
What was
I'm
your fight about?
Like the boyfriend she has,
Ah,
I am a jealous guy. Are all men jealous? Are there like fucking crazy dogs out there?
I think both men and women are jealous and we're all crazy. Don't worry about it. No one's sane. I think sanity is just a blanket we put to all the mess that we are.
Yeah, maybe.
beautiful words. Very nice for what time is it? 10:20.
It gets better by the hour.
Just like your astrology sign.
Yeah.
Kishi,
So
when we were in high school, there was this
yeah,
one time you picked up, like we were in the library and you picked up a book on palm reading. Did you ever stick with that?
I I picked up a book on palm reading.
Why
Yeah.
is the library having such a book in HKME?
Dude, HKMA was lit, okay? We had a great library.
No man.
What did you find in that great library?
We found friendship.
No, I meant in the book section. Like
We
they're
found
having,
friendship in the book
Dude.
section.
if they have the palm reading section, they don't believe in their students to achieve something. That's kind of suggesting such career
No,
path.
hold on. It means that they want us to follow our dreams and be whatever the fuck we want to be. And if that means if we want to be palm readers, that is a career option
want you
for
to
us that's available.
They want you to scam people with palm reading. Dude, NPL was weird as well. They made us do like these military foot drills every year, and they put us. They put into. They used to take us camping, not to do camping, but to do military foot drills. I'm not even exaggerating. You should ask.
Yo, we've done that too.
Really, every year.
Yeah, the stand at ease and then the walks, the marches.
But at those campsites, you don't go camping for that.
Wild.
Dude, I think schools in Hong Kong, they just want to break you and shatter you into pieces. I think they did a good job at it, seriously.
They did. You can always tell when someone's gone to like a local school in Hong Kong just by like the soullessness in their eyes. Be like, it's either YMCA, St. Margaret's, or HKMA.
You forgot NPL now.
I reckon. Oh, NPL. Sorry, I didn't. Look, I wasn't friends with a lot of people from NPL pre-uni, but I think after uni, a lot of people started connecting. Robin and I went to primary school together, and then I forgot about him until people were like, "Oh shit, guess who I met?"
Fair enough.
But I did know the English teacher at NPL.
But Anu.
Yeah.
She hated Indians despite being one. I'm like, she called all the non-Chinese students where 90% were from. Like, you Indians are uncivilized. Like, literally.
Nice.
Like, I'm sorry. Because you're brown in the yellow country doesn't give you the right to say that, you know?
Assimilation. So, Kishi, did you become a palm reader? At any point? Or tarot cards? Did you get into any of that? Because I know you're like pretty into astrology.
No, I don't believe in these, you know. I have astrology right now. That's what I'm focusing on. Like maybe in the future, but I don't think palm reading has anything. It's not substantial enough, and tarot cards are too random, unless like they're fucking magicians and they're playing with the cards or something. Like, yeah, magicians are cool actually. Because they're actually like different genetic variants of humans, and they can all do like crazy things because of evolution and how they develop their skills throughout the times they lived before. So there's some humans who don't have pain and like some nerve endings because they went through a lot of pain, like carrying shit or something, like, you know. So yeah, evolution is pretty cool. Other than that, like just astrology mostly I read, trying to figure it out. I'm like, it's gonna take me 15 years though, or maybe even more. Like maybe I'm just being stubborn with this astrology shit. But why don't I become what?
A pundit.
A pundit? I already am one. Like, what do you want me to say? You know, my surname is Sharma Vini. Like, I was born a pundit.
I'm not talking about that pundit, the pundit that does prayers and astrology.
You want me to do pujas and shit? Do I look high? I don't believe in religion, okay? Like, fuck religion, seriously. It bothers me so much that people believe in religion and shit like that.
I don't believe in religion.
No offense.
I don't believe in religion.
Why do I say these ag-ass things, man?
It's okay. No one's judging you.
Guys.
It's the Chills podcast.
We're chill.
No aggro behavior.